and they are friends and all that. In my head, like, this girl is your friend. If you have any issue with her, you should sort it with her and not with me. And that was the first time we were actually sitting down to have a conversation. So why are you telling me? And she said she can't stay away from the both of them. Sean is her friend, and Wani is her friend too. And she also mentioned that she thinks Wani and Sandy, they have like large fan base outside.
She said that herself?
Yes, she said that. So I just felt like, okay, if someone doesn't want you to be friends with her boyfriend, I mean, why not just, if you truly...
I was seeing it at that moment, I felt like people were actually like scared to like speak up or actually talk to them.
You got that feeling?
Yes, I got the feeling.
If you saw or you felt that people were...
Hi guys, welcome to day 3. So it started with us seeing a clip of Chizoba and Chinwe having a huge fight. And Ebuka asked Chinwe, how did he get this deep? And Chinwe was explaining herself that it had nothing to do with Chinne. It was her and Chizoba that they had a fallout. While she was talking, Chizoba now chips in. And she was like, she said it that Chinwe was rude, though she cannot remember details because it happened over a year. I'm like, really? Now Chinwe remembers everything. So she narrates and says she didn't want to like vent too much because that week she actually wanted HOH. And if you can remember, for those of us that really watched the show, Them in the House, Chinwe was down because she felt like she was going to get HOH because she had spoken to certain people in the house thinking she would get. But then again, while she was talking, Ine now interrupts her that so you wanted to make her reign difficult, something like that. And I was like, from where to where in the house you don't get mouths? Like, it was funny. Chinwe tells this girl, do not interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. I'm speaking. We're having back and forth and Ine was putting her mouth in the whole thing. So Chinne also was trying to speak. Onyeka was sitting in the middle. Chinne is here. Onyeka is here. And Chinwe is here. So there was a point Onyeka did like this. Because as they were talking, they were using their hands to make certain gestures. So I will not blame Onyeka. They should not come and choke the girl's eye now. Chinne was talking. Chinwe now said, as usual now, as the only storyline you have in the house. And Chinne told Chinwe that at least she did head of house. And she was her head of house. She was her custodian. That is something Chinwe will never get in the next 20 years. I was like, from where to where, madam? That's how Chinwe, we all know Chinwe has mouth. Chinwe now said, from HOH to your house. So it was so funny. They were having so much back and forth. A clip was shown of Wani and Handy. Remember that period that Biggie told, I think, the Mbadiwe Twins to go and check on Wani and Handy, like they had so much to drink. And the Mbadiwe Twins actually went to check up on these girls. And they were like, why are they doing like that? The way they were talking to them, like they are tipsy, they are this, they are not tipsy, and so on. So Wani, Handy, the two twins, Wani, Handy, Mbadiwe Twins, they had misunderstanding. And we also saw a clip whereby Fairme David had a misunderstanding with Mbadiwe Twins. We saw a clip where Nelly had a misunderstanding with the Mbadiwe Twins. And we also saw where, what's his name again? Ben had a misunderstanding with Mbadiwe Twins. And Ebuka goes to Fairme David and he says, does Fairme David think they had influence in the house? Fairme David was like, yes, because some housemates had things they wanted to say, but they did not want to say it because they were scared of the Mbadiwe Twins. Ebuka asked Handy that were they scared of the Mbadiwe Twins? And Handy was like, big mamas fear no one. That if Ebuka actually watched the show, he will realize that they gave it to the Mbadiwe Twins. And we saw Wani's face as the camera showed us her face. Her nodding like, yes, yes, yes. Ebuka turns to OC and he tells OC that viewers had the opinion that you people were more focused about after the show as to against the show itself. OC was like, hell no. If people had so much respect for the twins and it changes the way they operate, then no problem. Ebuka now shifts to Ozzy and he tells Ozzy that what does he mean by being conscious of the viewers? Ozzy now said, we tried something new, you can have respect and teach others. If he felt there was some sort of competition among people here, he will not tell people to not lose guard. Ebuka turns to Nelly and he asked her, did she sense any sort of competition? She said yes, she sensed some sort of competition, that people were actually scared. As of the time, she sensed that people were actually scared. Osi now tells Nelly that if people were scared, she should mention names of those people. And Nelly was like, she doesn't have to mention name of anybody. That when they were head of house, they were actually commanding respect and people were respected. Nelly also says that everybody knows Ozumba in Mbadiwe in Lagos and they were trying to be respectful. So Ebuka goes to Ine and says their stories we've been hearing. And Ine was like, yes, her and Chinne, her aunt, they are not in good terms. They are not in talking terms. That their problem started a bit from the house, but their family members, they've sat them down together just for them to resolve things. But it's beyond repair and they've decided to go their separate ways. And funny enough, if I can remember, when these people came to the show, the aunt was like, she's the one that even trained Chinne, she took care of her. And these people were actually living together. Just because of their disagreements, they don't see eye to eye, they are not living together. Everybody's in their different spaces. So it's so funny. And Ine was telling Ebuka that their problem started building up gradually in the house, but it was after the house many things reached here and many situations started coming up. She will not really want to talk much about what really happened because it's family. The clip was shown where Toby and Mayor were discussing about Sooj, that they were like, his greeting is funny, his everything is funny. Like, they were like fake everything. I think that was the week when they were head of house. That, I don't know. Yeah, that was the week they were head of house. Ebuka now asked Toby that how come he sensed Sooj was fake. And Toby didn't really have much to say. He said he just had weird vibes around him. He didn't just understand the guy. Ebuka asked Tofa how come they didn't connect with these guys. Tofa was like, it's new to him. Everything seems so new. He's shocked because they actually connected in a way. And Mayor was like, they actually connected with Tofa, but they didn't connect with Sooj at all. And after the house, he saw a clip whereby Tofa and Sooj actually had a discussion about them. And he was using code language. He was saying, the way these guys are moving. And Sooj was like, don't take my lingua. How do you say, don't take my lingua serious. So a clip was shown on how Nelly and Mayor were bonding initially in the beginning. Nelly and Mayor were very close. And Ebuka was like asking Mayor, does he think Nelly was a factor to why him and Sooj were not really seeing eye to eye? And Mayor was like, no, Nelly was not a factor. Ebuka now tells Nelly that does she think he picked Ruthie over her? And Nelly was like she wasn't available. That's why Mayor went for the next option. And she's a girl, she loves to be chased, and she went for the best. Mayor also tells Ebuka that it's not as if him and Sooj were guys. So even if they were guys and Nelly picked him, he won't see it as anything. And even though Sooj and Nelly were together, Nelly still checks up on him. They were still cordial, so it wasn't anything. A clip was shown about the parrot spilling what Cassia said about her instinct towards Onyeka. And Ebuka drills her and asks her to explain the situation, why she accused Onyeka. Did she really accuse Onyeka? Let's be serious. All of these housemates, they talk and gossip. Even we that were the viewers, if we're in a certain social setting or we have group of friends, it's a normal thing within those group of friends. People talk about each other. People analyze things. And everybody analyzed situations in that house. Even the Onyeka is not that innocent. Everybody analyzed situations. So it was her analyzing something. So I don't think it should be one big deal. I mean, this girl, her strategy was to be in everybody's business. So anybody that is thinking strategically will think, okay, this girl is being in everybody's business. Maybe they'll put two and two, maybe da 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 da. I really want to say much because it was a back and forth. Ebuka questioning her. The same thing we saw in one live show. So Ebuka now tells Onyeka what voice did she hear from the parrot. Onyeka said it was Cassia. He now said, why do you make it about Victoria? Ebuka now says to Victoria that why didn't you tell Onyeka that it was me Cassia was talking to? Victoria said her and Onyeka did not really talk that week, so there was no point. It was like, oh, Ozzy was already in the picture. Victoria now said, Ebuka, Ozzy was never in our rusty situation. Really, all your fights with all the misunderstanding, the fights, is it not because one party feels some kind of way, Vicky? So that's the end of day 3. So thank you so much for watching this far. Now, this day 3 marks the end of this their gorgeous outfit. So we'll be looking at their outfits. Before that, now their housemates that didn't come for this reunion, and I wondered why didn't they come for this reunion. Big Brother gave them a platform, but anyway, it's okay. We didn't see TJ. We didn't see the whole of what's their name again? Tammy. That should be Toyosi and Dami. We didn't see Ruthie, but Ruthie, we've been hearing her name from day 1, day 2 of this reunion. I think there are 4, right? I think that's all. Now let's see outfits of housemates that came for the reunion. Ine, 1% of the Ine. Ine mamas. Chinne, former group member of Zinwe. Nelly, 1% of Nelita. Then Sean, a percentage of Shatoria. Onyeka, a member of Checkers. Anita, the other percent of Nelita. Sooj, 1% of what's their name again? Aces. Zion. the former member of Zinwe. Mayor, one part of what's their name again? Streets. Tofa, the other part of Aces. Chizoba, the other part of Checkers. Ben, the other one part, the one and only part that graced the event. His partner did not come, so a part of what's their name? Better. Handy, 1% of Wani X Handy. Kelly Ray, 1 big % of what's their double K, our winner, Kelly Ray. Cassia, the complete part of double K. Victoria, the other part of Shatoria. Fairme, 1 part of what was him and his friend, what was their name again? Radicals. Ozzy, 1% of Mbadiwe Twins. OC, another part, complete part of Mbadiwe Twins. Then we have what's his name? Mickey the Great, the other part of Radicals. Wani, another part of Wani X Handy. Thank you guys. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. See you on the very next video. It will be uploaded shortly.